Hello, beautiful yogis. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. I'm Ashley, and today's practice is a 30-minute yin flow. It is designed to help you slow down, soften, and reconnect. Now, real quick before we get started, yin is often misunderstood. It is not just for rest days or passive recovery. Yin targets the deep connective tissues, so like your fascia, your joints, and energetic pathways. And it asks you to stay, to soften, and to feel what's underneath the surface. So it's less about stretching and more about surrendering. So if you're here to build patience, presence, and a deeper connection to your body, then you are in the right place. So grab a couple props if you have them, like a block or bolster or even a pillow, and take a moment to get settled in. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future classes like this, especially if you're exploring more of the strength that comes from stillness. So, all right, go ahead and let's get settled in a comfortable seated position, and let's get started. Start today's practice in a nice, comfortable seated position. So go ahead and close your eyes here. Gently tuck your chin, let your shoulders soften, let your hands rest down to your knees. And let's just begin to find our breath here. Just deep breath. Slow inhales and slow exhales. And let's find that ocean breath. So on your inhale, let your breath scrape the back of your throat. And on your exhale, let your breath also scrape the back of your throat. And notice the way that it sounds, just like an ocean, as the waves come in and out. And really allow yourself to connect to this breath here. Try to really slow your breath down on those inhales. And really slow down the exhale. And the more you begin to really focus on that breath, the sound of the breath, the sensation of the breath, you'll notice that you begin to drop in even deeper into your own space. The mind softens. Begin to find a sense of peace and calm, a little more than in the previous breath, with each one that follows. Feeling even more present, calm, and at peace. Let's begin to take a couple more breaths here. Allow the muscles of the face to soften. It remains seated and upright. Now from here, go ahead and take another deep breath, but reach those arms above your head. And on your exhale, bring your hands together into your heart center. Set the intention for your practice today. Maybe today your intention is to be present, to be still, and to surrender. It can really be anything that you choose. And once you've set that intention, send the energy down, grounding into the earth. Send it all the way up to the universe for manifestation and creation. As those palms touch, exhale, heart center, and gently open up the eyes. Wonderful job. All right, let's go ahead and find our first position. We're going to take butterfly pose. So we're going to go ahead and bring those feet together. We're going to have the feet a little bit further away, creating a little bit of a diamond like shape. Now for this one, you are welcome to grab some blocks. If this is a little intense, you can place those blocks right underneath those thighs. You can bring them up as high up onto the thighs or as low, more towards those knees as possible, or you don't even have to use them. So I'm gonna actually set them off to the side for myself personally. All right, go ahead and bring your big thumb down, or your thumb down to your pinky toe. And then we're gonna open up those feet like a book. Elbows are gonna come together as you bring that forehead down towards the arches of your feet. Keep drawing your belly in. Now the elbows can come in or they can come out. You can even layer those hands over those feet as you come down. We're going to rest here in this position for a few minutes. So allow yourself to surrender and settle in. Find a depth of the pose that you can feel comfortable to rest in for a few minutes, but to where you're still feeling that stretch and that openness of the body. And as you dive into your posture, really notice the sensations that you're experiencing. Notice the physical space that begins to open or where there's resistance. Maybe your body's inability to let go, feeling the need to hold on and protect. Notice those sensations. Notice those tendencies. And then take a deep breath and surrender. Remind your body that it is safe. It is safe to let go. It's safe to surrender. With each breath, just see if you can lean in a little more into your pose without force or fight. Only guidance and encouragement. Notice any tendencies that you might have to want to run or to remove yourself from the pose. And each time that you begin to feel that urge that you want to leave, that you want to move and shift, or come out of the pose, recognize that tendency, and then give yourself permission to stay. Surrender and lean in into that sensation. Just when you want to let go, settle in a little deeper. Running away from the discomfort is exactly what keeps you right where you are. The more that you can learn to lean into your discomforts and find peace in them and surrenderance, then the easier it is for you to progress and move forward. All right, now inhale, but slowly, gently come out of the pose. Roll those shoulders back, open up the heart, pull the belly in. On the exhale, we're going to take that left leg out to the side, and we're going to draw that foot in. Okay, we're going to take our half butterfly pose, stretching out the hamstrings. And here you can also use a block if you'd like. You can place them around your leg to lean forward, You can even take your bolster here, if that's better, and use that to rest. I personally prefer not to use the props. It allows me to really find a deeper depth to the pose. So here we're going to lift the arms, and on your exhale, reach for that foot and fold. And let yourself surrender here to the pose. Notice what feels good. Draw your attention to what feels good. And just see if each breath, maybe you can take it a little bit further. Letting your body meet you right where you are. Now notice the sensations that may be a little uncomfortable. Now notice your thoughts as you rest here. What is the quality of your thoughts? Try not to judge them, but just simply let them be and just be the observer of those thoughts. And then on your inhale, nice and gently begin to come up. Now let's go ahead and switch those sides. So let's bring that left leg in, take that right leg out. So really bring that foot in towards the thigh here. Straighten that right leg. Inhale, open up the heart, lift those arms. Exhale, square off the chest as you come down towards that straight leg. So orient yourself. And now notice the difference between sides as you start to settle in. So what are you experiencing on this side that may differ from the other side? Draw your awareness to that difference. Allowing yourself to, again, to be present, to be aware of those subtleties. Far too often, we miss a lot of the subtleties and those experiences that we're having in our own bodies because we're not present and focused and aware of those sensations. We live in this body every moment of every day, and yet there's still so much of it that we don't know. Like maybe your right side is tighter than your left. And you wouldn't know those things unless you were present and aware of them. Notice your breath as you settle into your pose. Is your breath soft and slow? Or are you having a hard time with your breath and with the pose to where your breath is a little heavier? And notice any emotions that start to come up. What is the quality of your emotional body as you settle into your pose? And maybe each breath you take it a little further as your body begins to meet you to that depth. Can you fold into your pose and rest here with ease and calm? Remember, we're not forcing the body, really guiding and encouraging it. All right, now inhale. Let's come right on up slowly. Take your time coming out of this pose. And exhale. Let's go ahead and cross those ankles. We're going to roll on over. And let's find our way into dragon pose. So let's take that left leg, come through. And we're going to really walk that back leg out. And again, you're welcome to use your blocks if you need to. So here you're going to settle your hip down, peel your heart, uncurl those back toes, walk it out, and continue to lean forward, opening up through that hip flexor. So if you'd like, again, you can stay here on your blocks. Or again, I don't really like to use the props. So I'm going to, not that there's anything wrong with the props. I think the props are wonderful and very helpful. I just like to be able to dive a little deeper into my body. And I find that I can find that depth a little easier for myself without them. But now granted, I have been working on my connective tissue and joint mobility for quite a long time. So it took me a long time to get here. And just continue to open up. Notice those spaces that want to clench and hold on tightly. And notice the ones that are willing to let go. They're willing to surrender. Is there fear that you might be holding on to in any space of the body? Is there anything that wants to clench and tighten instead of surrender? Just through. Again, notice the tendencies, the thoughts, the emotions. And then on your exhale, let's go ahead and walk those hands back, shifting the leg, or the hips back, straightening the leg, and fold. You can frame the foot here if you'd like and fold over. Notice the sensations of the top of the feet, the foot. Notice the sensations of the hamstring and the connective tissue right behind the knee. Can you feel where the muscle attaches to the joint? And then inhale, we're going to send that hip forward. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. So curl the toes under. We're going to lean forward so much till that back knee starts to float. We're just going to walk that back foot forward as we send that front foot back. Drop that knee. Frame the foot. You can keep the frame, or you can take your hands to the inside of that foot. Okay. Settle in. Keep feeling as though you want to open up your heart and feel it through your hands as you settle your hips down towards the floor. Continuing to open up and through that hip joint. So right in that crease here where the thigh meets the torso. Try to melt into the pose. Diving back into the body. Again, noticing the areas that are stretching, that are uncomfortable, or the areas that feel good, nice and open. Feel the body as it starts to open, settling a little deeper into your pose. Maybe you start to find a little more space that wasn't there before. And then on your exhale, go ahead and straighten that leg as you send your hips back. Pointing the toe, you can keep the hands on the inside of the foot, or you can frame that foot fold. Again, utilize your props if you need to. Whatever you need to be able to surrender. So again, we are not forcing our way through these poses. We are not gritting our teeth and just waiting to get through them. We are surrendering. We are letting go. We are finding presence and patience. We are finding ease and flow. The challenge here is in the mind. Can you stay even though you want to run? Can you face the many thoughts and emotions and energies that arise through holding each pose? Do you have the courage to look at them? To surrender, to allow yourself to feel them? Can you find peace in your discomfort? Can you find depth where you used to only be able to scratch the surface? And then inhale, come back through to start. Curl the toes. We're going to lean forward till that back knee floats. And then we're going to step that back foot forward. And let's just find our way down to our back. Okay. All right, we're going to find reclined butterfly pose, bringing soles of the feet together. Letting those knees fall out to the side here. Now again, you are welcome to place blocks underneath your knees, or if you'd prefer, you can take your bolster and you can place your bolster under your back. You can rest with a little support, letting yourself rest here, the soles of the feet. That actually feels really good. And you can let your heart open here. So for this one, I think I'll use a prop. Now, if you begin to find such a relaxed position, remain alert and awake. This is not for us to nap, this is for us to be present. So notice those sensations, the breath, the energy, your emotions, all the things that are happening within you and around you. What are you experiencing in this moment? You can begin to work on calming the mind as you focus on those sensations. And what that does is it gives us something to focus on. So the job of the mind is to give you many, many thoughts to look at. So in yoga we call these vrittis. And it is our job to control those thoughts or those vrittis. The mind will give us unlimited thoughts. And it's not always something that we want to think about, that we want to look at. It gives us wild and crazy things. And the more we ignore it, sometimes the crazier those thoughts get. Because the mind, the chitta, as we call it, really wants you to look at those thoughts. It wants to do its job, and it wants you to be aware of it as it does its job. But the more you begin to train that mind, the chitta, and control the fluctuation of the thoughts, the vrittis, the more in control that you become of your existence, of your reality, the more you begin to be the captain of your very own ship and steer it wherever you'd like it to go. So if thoughts come into your mind that are not thoughts that are desirable to you, or that serve you and your highest good, then redirect the mind back to a thought, just one, that is in that alignment. And this could be simply just focusing on your breath. It could be repeating a mantra, affirmation over and over again. The choice is yours. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And then on your exhale, let's assist those knees together. If you're on top of a bolster, let's come up nice and gently. Move your bolster out of the way. Take it to the side. And we're going to take a twist here. So let's go ahead and draw that right knee and straighten the left leg. And then we're just going to take that right leg across the body. You can take your bolster resting your knee over top of that bolster. So we're massaging that right side of the digestive system. Look over that right shoulder. So our digestion works from the right to the left. So we really want to begin our twist this way to help massage those digestive organs and to really get things moving in that right direction. And if you feel that your body has begun to open, you can always remove your bolster and take it a little deeper. The muscles of the face soften. Feel the nervous system beginning to regulate. And then inhale, come back into the center. Just draw that knee into the chest. And then on your exhale, we're going to switch those sides. So now let's draw that left knee into the chest. Straighten your right leg nice and long. And then on that exhale, again, we're going to take that knee across. You can place a block, a pillow, or bolster underneath that knee there. And even wrap that leg around it, placing it down and letting that knee rest, that thigh rest, and deepen through your toes. What sensations are you experiencing in this pose? What thoughts does this trigger, or emotions? What tendencies arise with this pose? What is the quality of your breath? And do you notice any differences from this side compared to the first side? Inhale, come back to your center. And your exhale, draw that knee back into the chest. Inhale and exhale, and release it. We're going to find our way into Shavasana. Go ahead and straighten one leg and then the next. And release. Allow the muscles of the face to soften. Relax the brow. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. And relax the jaw. And allow everything to melt and settle into your mouth. And just when you thought that you relaxed to your fullest capability, see if you can relax it a little more. And here, remaining alert and awake, feel the waves of peace and calm and relaxation really begin to wash over you. Regulating that nervous system to come into that rest and digest state. This is where the healing begins. This is where you begin to find your creative energy.
is the state you begin to connect to your authentic being. When we operate from our rest and digest state, when the state is activated, we are in our ease and flow. If you'd like to remain here in Shavasana, you are welcome to do so. You can press pause, whatever you need. Otherwise, if you'd like to join me, I'm going to meet you in a nice, comfortable position to close out this practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure guiding you. I hope you learned something new about yourself today and found a deeper sense of strength and calm.
All right, thank you so much for being here with me today and giving yourself this space. It is not always easy to slow down, but in this stillness, we meet ourselves so much more clearly. So if this practice supported you, I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know how you're feeling. And if you're looking for more ways to reconnect with your body, explore my channel. I do have other flows designed to meet you right where you are. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you can keep showing up for yourself with intention and consistency. But until next time, be kind to yourself. Namaste.